Welcome back to AM Northwest. Our first guest has a scientifically based plan to let you drop pounds without counting calories. Here to share the Power Food Diet, we welcome back Dr. Neal Barnard. Good to have you back again, Doctor.
It's great to be here.
What was your focus, your goal with this book?
So many people feel that to lose weight, I've got to say no to eating, I got to say no to a normal portion size and so forth, or I've got to fill a prescription that's expensive. What we found is that certain foods...
When you say prescription that was expensive, you're like talking what everyone's talking about right now.
The new injectables.
Oh, yeah.
The new injectables. But what we can do is effectively the same thing they're doing. You can do with foods. Foods will trigger the GLP-1 release in your body, the same kind of thing you're injecting.
Explain what the GLP-1 release is.
Your digestive tract makes something called GLP-1, which goes to the brain and turns down your appetite. That's part of your normal appetite control. Well, there are drugs that are synthetic GLP-1. They're expensive, they have side effects. So you get a milder but the same kind of effect if you choose the right kinds of foods. They will tame your appetite, but it's more than that. We also have foods that increase your metabolism so that you're burning calories faster, and there are also foods that trap calories so that you can't even absorb them at all. So my idea is that these are all power foods. Let's put them into our breakfast, our lunch and dinner, and I'm going to say dieting is over.
Okay, this is a lifestyle.
It's
not a limited time kind of thing. This is a way to live.
You can use it as much or as little as you want, but the whole idea is you will never ever have a small portion of foods. You'll never have to say no to carbs. All that is gone.
Okay. Talk to me about some of the items you have here. So let's talk about like the chili.
Yeah,
or
sure.
will you tell me where you want to start?
Well, how about we start with breakfast?
Let's do that.
So
makes sense.
Researchers at Harvard found that there are certain foods that trigger weight loss, and the top of the list was the blueberry.
Oh, I love blueberries.
Yeah, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, all of them, but blueberries especially. So I worked with recipe developers to make a blueberry syrup, which we're going to put on French toast. And why French toast?
Why French toast?
Because it's America's favorite breakfast.
Yes.
And cinnamon is another weight loss food. When you consume cinnamon on the French toast, it stimulates your appetite, stimulates your metabolism to ramp up, and you burn calories faster. So between the blueberries and the cinnamon, those are two power foods that cause weight loss.
And you don't negate the blueberries and the cinnamon by eating white bread? By eating the French toast?
Any kind of toast will work.
Any kind of toast?
Now, whole grain bread, even better, because the whole grain has fiber, and the fiber goes down your digestive tract. It breaks into 1 million little sponges that actually capture calories and carry them out with the waste. And catch this, you are literally flushing calories down the toilet because you can't absorb them if you use the whole grain. But if you prefer white bread, that'll still work.
Okay, and what next now?
That'll still work. Well, I've got to, how about our massaged kale Caesar?
Okay.
Now, for a lot of people, kale is an obligation, as opposed to something you really...
I actually like kale.
Well, you're going to love this one.
Yeah.
So we made a Caesar, and you sort of massage it in there. The kale gets nice and soft and delectable, and it's just beautiful. The reason I'm talking about kale, it's a cruciferous vegetable, and the Harvard researchers found berries were #1, but the cruciferous vegetables were #2.
Okay.
In other words, the more you eat them, the more weight people lose.
Oh, wow, okay. And you talked about pasta being a possibility. So tell me about
For
this.
everybody who said, I can't eat pasta anymore because it's carbs. Well, first of all, carbs were never the problem. The problem was the topping on the carbs.
Really? Carbs are never the problem?
4 calories in a gram of carbohydrate, but 9 calories in every gram of chicken fat, beef fat, cheese fat, the fatty topping.
I see your resentment when you say cheese. I see that. Okay,
Well,
but tell me about this recipe that you have in your book.
What we did is we're taking a pasta, and it can be any kind of pasta.
Okay.
It can be white pasta, but whole grain's better. Okay. And I made a wonderful pesto with this out of this world delicious, and it's a slimming pasta.
Wow.
Or when dessert time comes,
yeah,
my pear blueberry crumble. It's actually made with oats on top, but there are blueberries and there are pears inside. Pears are also a weight loss food.
So you mind if I try this one?
Jump in.
Okay, I've got it right here. And there's a lot of science in your book. I mean, a lot of it.
Yes. Well, I want to credit the Harvard researchers with a lot of what they did. But we have brought in thousands of people.
Really good.
We brought in thousands of people to taste these foods, really not just to lose weight, but let's say a person has extra weight, but they also have diabetes. These are foods that allow you to eat the healthiest things to bring your blood sugar down. If you have a high cholesterol, if you have a hormonal issue, or if you've got blood pressure problems, these are the foods that people should eat because you get all those benefits at the same time. Plus, let's face it, you're not going to share weight loss drugs with somebody, I hope, but you can share my pear blueberry crumble. You can share all these foods.
Are you saying it's possible to actually get off your medications, for type 2 diabetes?
It is possible. Don't fire your doctor.
Right.
And don't throw your medications away. But this is our goal. When people come into our medical center, my goal is to come as close to curing you as possible.
Right.
Now, don't throw your medications away. Everyone gets a different result. But yes, in our research that was funded by NIH starting 20 years ago, we started to see something that was not possible. We had thought diabetes improving. But my goal is to help people to lose a little weight if that's what they want to lose, a lot of weight if that's what they're doing. So we've seen people lose 100 pounds or more using the foods that cause the weight loss.
And you make a point to say, bring those foods in. Don't worry about taking something out at the moment. Bring these foods in.
That's the beauty of it, is you can have so much fun with our pestos and our desserts and our things, and even things for kids. We've got a triple berry sorbet, blueberry pops. All the neighbor kids come screaming for the fabulous foods that you're going to serve, and you're proud because it's good for them.
Tell me about this. So this is Brussels sprouts and sweet potatoes.
Brussels sprouts and sweet potatoes. Brussels sprouts are a cruciferous vegetable. That's good. It's a cancer fighter, plus causes weight loss, according to the Harvard study. The sweet potato, that orange, comes from beta carotene, like in a carrot, and that is also associated with weight loss as well. So beta carotene is the secret ingredient.
Yeah, and then you have a great chili right here.
Oh yes, for everybody who thought chili has got to be fattening.
Yeah.
This one, the secret ingredients, black beans, but also there's the capsaicins that make a jalapeno a little bit spicy, a little bit hot. They actually stimulate a little bit of a metabolic burn, so you burn calories faster after the meal for about an hour.
Okay, talk to me about oils real quickly, because I've got to find out which can we use. Olive oil, what can we use?
Olive oil beats chicken fat any day, for sure. However, I got to tell you that when we bring people in, we teach them oil-free cooking. I want to show you how to take a nonstick pan and to really work with that. Or let's say I'm cooking up some onions and garlic to make a recipe. I would start with a dry pan, heat it up hot, put the onions in there. If it starts to stick, add a little bit of vegetable broth, keep it moving. When you get rid of any gram of oil, you've just knocked 9 calories out for that 1 gram.
Really?
So we teach our people oil-free cooking. You can use that technique.
And all of these recipes, no oil
We use no added oil at all for anything.
Really?
For anything. They're all high fiber. You can eat these foods without worrying about your portions. You don't have to worry about the calories. You don't have to worry about the carbs because they naturally tackle your appetite in its own way.
Dr. Barnard, I love you. You have a book event tonight at Powell's at 7 p.m. Powell's City of Books on 10th and West Burnside. The book again is The Power Foods Diet. Thank you so much. It's great talking with you.
You too, Helen.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.